Hey guys, what's going on? This is Aaron, aka Stud Muffin Supreme of the Rated R Wrestling Podcast, and this is sort of an impromptu video, breaking news. So there's been some big releases in WWE. I know we're going to probably discuss this on the next episode of the podcast, but while it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to just bring the news out to our podcast. I know my notification just went off. But I wanted to do it fresh in my mind and then give my quick thoughts on everything that just happened. And I'm sure we'll discuss it further come the next episode of the podcast. And then Kyle and Mike can put their 2 cents in on it. But we have a interesting list. Now, here's the thing. I completely forgot about post-WrestleMania housekeeping, or house cleaning, as they say. I wasn't thinking about it. And like, it's that time of the year, it's going to happen. WrestleMania happens, and then right afterwards, they begin some releases, a big group of them. Last year's wasn't that like gut punching, except for Dakota Kai and Braun Strowman. Those are the two that really kind of threw everybody off. This year, I think, is a little bit more impactful. So we're going to go through some of the list here, and I'll just give my quick thoughts on it. These appear to be developmental talent, or maybe NXT talent. Luca Crucifino, Trill London, Malik Blade, Chris Island, Tyrelek, Tyson, Serena Linton, Tyra May Steele. Those are the developmental names that have been released. Now, developmental superstars get cut all the time. They usually get cut, a big group of them during these things. It's usually the ones that you don't really see on main NXT programming. I'm not an avid watcher of NXT, so I can't tell you if any of these people made it on NXT consistently. But now we're going to be talking about the main roster. It's reporting Alba Fire. She's been released. I kind of dug her and Isla Dawn together. I didn't think she really fit part of the Secret Service. I didn't like the Secret Service. People were going online saying that Chelsea Green got released too. That has not been posted. Again, these are like the first day. Here, the past few years, they do it multiple days. They're capable of doing it. So these may not be all the releases that happen. But Alba Fire's gone. So unless Piper Niven doesn't come back, I think that puts the kibosh on the Secret Service. But yeah, Alba Fire has been released. Zoe Stark, she was still recovering from injury, so that is unfortunate. You hate to see that. I thought she was pretty good. I liked her theme song. I thought she had potential, definitely, to go out on her own, but she is gone. Andrew Chase, the Chase U thing I never really dug. I just don't see, unless he had a complete character makeover, I don't see what that would have done. But yes, he is gone. Here's one, probably, in my opinion, the most shocking one. Apollo Crews. And I say the most shocking because there's a running meme that, Crews always ducks being cut after Mania. And it just seemed like that. It seemed like the other joke was he had some sort of dirt on the Fed. That's why they never released him. But he's gone now. But he's barely ever been used. His peak was in 2016. That was the peak of his push. And he's just been kind of floundering. They gave him that heel run in 2021 where he was like Nigerian. But yeah, that never went anywhere. So Apollo Crews is gone. Santos Escobar is gone, which is weird because we thought he just re-signed, but he keeps getting injured. So I think that probably was a big decision point in letting him go because he's injury prone. They had him in AAA working for a little bit, but I guess he is gone now. Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane, that's very unfortunate. I was really looking forward to seeing how the story played out with her and Asuka and Io Sky. I was kind of hoping they would end up doing a triple threat, like make Kairi like become more serious, and then they'd have a triple threat or something, or at least a blow off Kairi versus Asuka. But that unfortunately does not appear to be happening now. Well, yeah, because she's gone. The Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. These guys I always liked, and I was super stoked when they came to WWE. Even more stoked when they won the tag titles. I think the first big night they were out on SmackDown. I went to the Royal Rumble in 2025 and saw them compete in that 2 out of 3 falls with DIY. They were really awesome. They were getting the rocket to them, and I thought that the tag division was going to get a facelift, but they just, for whatever reason, they've been kind of floundering, not been really used much. It looked like they were teasing something with Gargano, maybe having a new faction. I don't know. We'll never know now. But yeah, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, I see them going to AEW. I think at least the AEW fans would definitely want to see them there. We'll see. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I hate to hear that. Oh, man. Let's see. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. This one sucks for me because I'm a huge Aleister Black fan. I loved his music. I loved his style, his striking moveset. The Black Mass was a sick finisher, especially in the peak of Black and Gold. I loved Aleister Black. He went to AEW, of course, became Malachi Black. If I watched AEW, I usually tried to watch his stuff. He came back less than a year. Well, actually, now it might be a year to the day. He returned to WWE, and now a year later, he's gone. See, the unfortunate thing I feel like is that this was kind of probably going to happen. I vividly remember when he re-debuted last year, I was popping that he was back, but the crowd really didn't give it their all, and it never seemed like he got a huge pop ever, which is unfortunate because the dude was awesome. And I loved what they did with Zelina there. I liked the fact that they repackaged her and kind of put them together. The other unfortunate thing is that they really started doing that after Karrion Kross and Scarlett were gone, so it almost felt like they were placeholders. So that might have premeditated their downfall. There was rumors that he was going to be involved in the WWE title picture for WrestleMania and a big 6-pack challenge. I was looking forward to that. He had a big. Who did he beat? Would he beat Randy Orton, or had a big interaction with Randy Orton? He was rumored to be the voice in Randy's head before they put Pat McAfee in there. So it's it seemed like things were on the horizon for Aleister, and I don't know. The cynic in me hopes that in these the 90 days, if they do the 90-day no compete, I really would hope that maybe they bring him back. I don't know. That's probably not going to happen. But man, that one threw me for a loop. And then the biggest one, not one person, but all of the Wyatt Six have been released. Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, Nikki Cross, and Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy. This one, unfortunately, sucks, but it wasn't all too surprising. I hated hearing about this because I kind of figured this was eventually going to happen because just the weird way that they haven't been utilized too well. Their debut was awesome. I'm one of the people that loved their debut. I thought it was creepy and cool. And then they started feuding with the Final Testament. Okay. And then that ended, and then they went away for a long time. Then they moved to SmackDown and feuded with the MFTs, which seems like forever. They just wrapped it up. I was even saying that match could have been, that 8-man street fight could have been on Mania, but they lost in some weird and weirdly decisive fashion. So yeah, they're gone. Like I said, we'll discuss this more on the podcast, because I'm sure Mike has his opinions, because Mike wasn't the biggest fan of the Wyatt Six, so he's probably not as kerfluffed as myself or maybe Kyle is. But it's sad because I'm a big fan of the Bray Wyatt lore and the character, and this was the closest thing we got to honoring him, because Bo's his brother, and I thought Bo was killing it in those sit-down interviews that they were doing in those early vignettes, and I really dug the new design of Uncle Howdy. Here's the thing, as a fan though, I have to admit, there really wasn't going to be a lot of room for this to be realistically keyed into a big main event scene. I mean, you weren't going to see Uncle Howdy battle Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes for the title, main title at least. I would have liked to have seen maybe them use the Uncle Howdy stuff as an alternate persona in desperation, kind of like the Fiend or the Demon for Finn Balor. And they could just be Bo Dallas, Eric Rowan, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, and Joe Gacy themselves, kind of like they were doing with those sit-down interviews. I loved seeing Bo as himself, and I love the fact that they acknowledged that he was Bo Dallas. And it's just, to me, it feels like it's such a missed opportunity for that. But yeah, there was definitely a ceiling that was going to be placed on them for sure, and I absolutely hate to see that. I mean, this feels like the Wyatt stuff is pretty much done. No converting of Alexa. That was the one thing that I was looking forward to, is hoping to see how they were going to tie her into it. They never brought any closure to that story. Alexa betrayed Bray before Bray got first released, and there was never any follow-up. And the whole thing with Lily, and I figured at some point they would tie it all together, unless they bring Bo back from the 90 days, or he eventually comes. I don't know. How do you predict that? You don't. You don't know. And until that happens, it seems like the Wyatt stuff is at the moment put to rest. And maybe that's a good thing. Some people argue that it should have never been exploited. I feel like if it had been any other person, yeah, probably. But I figured with his brother Bo and Eric Rowan, who was with the Wyatt since day one, I thought that was okay. I thought as long as those two were in it, that we could have the homage. But it didn't go that way, and I hate to see Eric Rowan gone again. But no, I some people are like, they should do the Wyndham Six in AEW. I mean, if they do that, I mean, it's going to happen if it does. But I think if they're not going to do it anymore, that'd be fine. Just leave it with Bray's memories, and I don't know. It's still. I still hate to hear that. I mean, let's just be honest. And this is also coming from a fan, like I said, of the Wyatt Six. I'm just being honest. There really wasn't anything for them doing. I mean, like I said, they lost sort of decisively in that tag match against the MFTs. What else were they going to do? They were just going to have to keep warring with a faction. They just seemed like there was a ceiling to what these guys could do. And like I said, the Uncle Howdy stuff didn't seem like something that would be a main event program. Bo Dallas could possibly do it, and then bring in the Uncle Howdy stuff as a last resort, the nuclear option maybe. But it sucks, but in a way I knew that this was something like this was going to happen. But yes, those are all the releases for today. Now I say that because all the reports you're seeing are saying that this is just for releases for today. And like I said earlier, with the past, the releases don't usually end at one day, so there could be more. And I always hate this part, because you think, oh God, if this person was gone, then that person's definitely gone. Which is interesting, because Apollo Crews, like I said, shocking that he's gone. People made the joke that he was dodging the cuts. So is Nikita Lyons, by the way, who I don't want anybody to lose their job, but if somebody got to be cut because there's nothing they're bringing to the table, she's really not brought anything to the table. So maybe she needs to go find something else. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to encourage anybody to lose their job, but it is a kind of an interesting thing to think about, like a funny meme that she keeps ducking everything. Of course, my biggest one is Shinsuke. Like, I'm always looking to go, oh, Shinsuke Nakamura's been released, because I mean, it feels like it's coming. I say this every year, and I know some people are like, oh, this would be awesome for Shinsuke, because then he can go to New Japan or go to AEW and be the King of Strong Style again, which, yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. It sucks because I liked him in WWE. One of my favorite matches still of all time is Shinsuke versus Sammy at TakeOver Dallas. I think I'm just more so at the potential that Shinsuke had. I wish he could have been they really could have done a lot of great things with him, I think. Even if they gave him a mouthpiece or something. I know his English wasn't that great, but I don't know. I'm just a big Shinsuke mark. So I don't want to see that happen with Shinsuke. I'm trying to think of who else I think could be on the chopping block. Oh, man. The Chelsea Green thing, I hope not. I mean, I'm hoping that they'll actually see, we need to really do something with her. Oh, I forgot. So Julia lost the women's U.S. title belt tonight. So a lot of people are thinking that she's next. If she goes, it would not surprise me, because unfortunately her main roster run, they haven't really utilized her well. I mean, that's a sort of a going narrative. And the thing is, it's because like AEW, I think the rosters are too bloated. I really do. They're not putting enough time and attention. Like, I don't know. It's just aggravating. It's aggravating, and I'm ranting. But yeah, one last time, let me go over the list of everyone that was released today. Kairi Sane, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Santos Escobar, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alba Fire, Apollo Crews, Sienna Linton, Tyra May Steele, Chris Island, Tyreek Igwe, Tyson DuPont, Luca Crucifino, Malik Blade, and Trill London. Those are the official releases as of now. Not seeing any other update. I was checking just in case maybe there was a last minute addition. But by the time we discuss this further on the podcast, there could be more. So in that case, we'll talk about those too. But yeah, just sort of a breaking news sort of thing for you guys. Those are the releases. So we'll see you later. I am Aaron, aka Stud Muffin Supreme. And best of luck to everybody that got released today. Hopefully they'll find work when they get the chance and they're not left out in the dark too much. You have an opportunity to do something big with yourself, find another path, or take a different path and do something great. So, out of here, guys. See you later.